friends. I am here at the Greenbelt, my newfound love. Duh. It's been here the whole time. I've lived in Boise so much, and I've always enjoyed when I've gotten to the Greenbelt, but never did it fit into any kind of routine I had for me to visit it regularly. And now I've been staying between some friends' houses where one of them lives near the Greenbelt, so I get the opportunity to take the Greenbelt on my bicycle because my van is getting fixed, so I'm not driving, so I'm biking. And it's so juicy, it's so good. I'm so grateful that this is happening this way. So something that I started doing during this little 6-month period before I left and went to Hawaii, had a lot of free time in my life, and I started enjoying going to water and sticking my feet in water and walking through the water, and I was like, wow, this is really grounding and nice. And actually I was doing that before. When I was an electrician, we worked at this one job near the Boise River, and on my lunch break I would get in my car and go drive over to the river and take my shoes off and put my feet in the river. It's good. It's so good. Feet. So it's good medicine that I liked. And then when I was in Hawaii, I didn't do it too often because there wasn't really rivers around. There's an ocean, but I didn't go to the ocean very often. When I did, I liked it. Enjoyed that same foot in water feeling. Then I went to New Orleans, and there was this huge river that I was by all the time. The bottom of the Mississippi is extremely contaminated, supposedly, with lots of toxins and cancerous whatevers. So everybody was like, don't touch the water, and so my body was like, why? I'm sad. So I'm so happy to be in Boise and be able to touch this water, and I've been doing it often, not every day, but a lot of days, and it's turned into just a meditation. And also I'm growing my body because the water's really cold, and I'm oh, it's kind of cold, and I've noticed my feet over time have grown to be very strong. My feet are not scared of cold, I'm not scared of stepping in snow, not scared of ice cold water on my feet, and up to my knees kind of, and then the rest of my body is scared, and I put my hands in, and anyways, yes, Wim Hof has inspired me to go for the cold. I do it a little bit at a time, but yeah, I feel this water, especially because it's fresh from the mountains, is just really healing waters. I feel rather than icing my muscles, I'd rather just get in the Boise River and have this fresh water, fresh from mama, draining down my body and helping me out. It feels really good. It feels like it is, probably just because I believe it, but whatever. So the thing that brought this up for me is today when I was in it, as I was getting out, just feeling so refreshed and so just on top of my me game. I had a flashback to a memory of this first date that I had with my most recent long-term partner, who is somebody that I care about but don't talk to, and I miss what was. I miss what was. I'm in a place where I understand that life is completely different now. I'm a different person, therefore that person is, and so what was can never exist again. But I think about it often. I'm why, a couple weeks ago I was really going through kind of this struggle with this person coming up, because I'm coming back to Boise, and it's weird because we're not talking, but I'm oh, but I care about them, but it just isn't the thing, right? Clearly don't go talk to that person. They don't want you to talk to them. So why do these thoughts keep coming into my mind? And similarly, it's kind of more concentrated around this one person, but other past partners will come up, but it's a desire for a mama kind of attachment. And I had this epiphany come to me that if in those moments where I have this desire, like I want to like just like give in and call this person, rather than doing that, drop into the moment with myself, with my body, and check in with my needs. And usually those needs are somewhere, it's like, oh, what my body is needing and desiring and wanting is the kind of medicine that last mother figure that was in my life, which is, a partner, but definitely had like some like attachments around like the nurturing motheriness of this person. Like that person came into my life just to simply awake something in me. And so what is it that I'm needing, And as I was getting out of the river today, I had that flashback back to that first date. And this first date, we went out into the mountains and we walked through this river in the middle of winter and got into hot springs. And it was really fun and cute. And then on the way back, it was like tragic. I like sliced my foot open and I almost passed out in the middle of the river. And it was like this exciting adventure. And, I didn't really get in the river before that. Hardly. It was like too cold. And now I love it. It's like such medicine for me. And so I'm seeing that like, oh, good job, Mango. I'm integrating these lessons of past relationships into self-care and self-love. And because I am free of like major job obligations, I actually have time to like stop at the river. I don't have to go. I was on my way actually to go stop at work. But like, I don't have to hurry to work. Nope, I can stop at the river and sit here as long as my body wants. And it's a hard one to get. It's a hard one for me to get because I spin around in my mind about wanting and desiring like romance. But what am I really wanting underneath is some kind of partnership. I want a family that like take care of me. But finding a lot of ways to take care of myself. And finding a lot of satisfaction in it, actually. I'm kind of like nervously scared that I'm turning into a loner, like rather than being like a person for like partnership, I'm just gonna be like the super loner because it's better. Like I can just like do what I want. I really like it. I don't know. It's just this really strange thing where like I have gotten everything that I have wanted in this life up to this point, except for this one thing that I've been like hanging on to and desiring and trying to manifest. And then I sort of manifest a little bit of romance and it goes bad. And it's like, oh, like where's this thing? And it's like this thing that's being held from me, or that maybe my higher self is holding from myself, simply so that I can have this time to develop myself deeper, further, stronger, and build bonds with relationships that are not of a sexual nature. That's kind of nice. I have a good set of people groups that I'm exploring and diving into on a friendship level, on a deep partnership that's platonic level, and that's so interesting and fun. And it's like, as I'm fulfilling myself so many other ways, less and less do I desire that thing. I kind of do here and there, but then I look at it logistically and I'm like, I just don't see how another person would fit into my ways. I'm so, now that I'm here and in my body and my soul and we're all one and we're like living my dreams, it's so unique that I just don't even believe that anybody would be like interested in Mango's ways. So that's fun. And I don't know, I'm liking it this way. I'm like accepting it, and I know there's more to come, like life. There's so much life. I look back at the life that I've had, and there's been so many different stories that develop in periods of time. I lived in Boise 2 different chunks of time for 7 years each, and just look at like the difference, the things, the events, the You know, it's like inevitable that things are going to come along and be interesting. And I'm kind of at like a point where everything's very simple. Yeah. I don't know. Life's flow is curious. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Water's nice. Self-care is nice. When you're thinking about desiring something that you don't have in front of you, look inside, because there's something for you in that moment. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.